teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, there is so much anticipation as Oregon beats Indiana. You remember the beatdown from last season. That was one of the most iconic plays in the college football playoff. The pick six early in the game to really set the tone. But Oregon's Dante Moore has redemption on his mind. He knows that he is a better version of himself this season, and he can't wait to prove it against Indiana today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. The short hands, it's Preston. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And obviously huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke the year before that. They have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap, right? Like where he was a good player, he became a great player. So people are going to continue to line up to play in a smart, efficient offense where you're going to have a lot of success.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
The short hands, it's shot, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, and the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Oregon. And they turn it into a defensive offensive score.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. On the run from inside his own 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage. And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like, the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Quickly complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Scanning the field, it's Hoover on the move to his left. Rolls it in. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. Got it behind the line. It's Preston. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Richard. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Hoosiers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running the red zone. It's Richard. There's a little room there. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
And the Hoosiers line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback making checks. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Escapes the pressure going right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. That's caught. It's hooked. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing. And it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Run inside. It's Hill. Makes it past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Looking for room, it's Davison. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Right back to it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Moore. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Run in the red zone, it's Richard. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. The play action fake. Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The Hoosiers will try to move the chains on 4th down. They'll run for it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And the gamble pays off. Down in tight in the red zone. You go for it on 4th and short. You pick up the 1st down, and now you've got your whole playbook at your disposal. This offense, they're thinking 6 points.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry-up. Trying to pound it in. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You can't spot that ball much closer to the end zone than that. 3rd and goal after the penalty. Trying to barge in. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They've already converted 1 4th down on this drive, but this the defining one. 4th and goal. Under fire. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Davison.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On the move. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You talk about setting a tone. Going for that in your own territory early in the game? Oof.
Well, let's decide, gutsy or crazy?
Both?
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Moore, play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Got a man, it's Moore. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Man, this quarterback's got some speed. Did you see him use those wheels to get outside? He was on the run, nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the first down.
And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hooks. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Ducks want to move quickly. Motion from the wideout. Finding an escape route. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No fair catches here, looking for room. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's start with South Alabama taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Jaguars, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dante Moore slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ducks! They take the lead here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Running inside. It's Richard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Pulled and finds his man on the left. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's more to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
I tell you got to have great timing on these out routes, and the QB and receiver had that. Quarterback put it right out in front of him. Receivers just got to be able to make the play.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. wide receiver going in motion. Throwing more. The quick out. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. On the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Fires left. Got him downfield. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Going to the run, it's Hill. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Hard running there. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ducks. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
Inside, it's Davison. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll move the tight end. They'll go play action with Moore. Lets it fly. Got a man. It's Hooks. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Moore. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Makes the grab on the left. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Dropping back, it's Hoover. That one comes out hot down the right side. Got it down the field. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line. Reads it, fires complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Looking to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Richard. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Indiana! The Hoosiers right back at him. Man, he didn't didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. The snap sets up the throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. With the catch, it's Becker. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Wants to throw on third down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. It's shot. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
The Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hoover. Rushes on him. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And wings it incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Takes it the other way. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense putting points on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Oh, they're after him. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Trying to take it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown!